Hey guys, it's Squish and welcome back to Bridge Between Worlds. I had continued this series after streaming Sharks and Minnows because it ended a little early, but in the interest of just keeping this playlist for Bridge Between Worlds, I kind of cut it down for you guys. So this is the stream with just Subnautica Bridge Between Worlds. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're doing the thing. We're good. Let's go get quartz. I know one thing, and it's gathering quartz. Also, I did get the fixings for a whiskey sour. I just need to mix it up. I meant to do that before I actually jumped into the game, but now the ingredients are just sitting there mocking me. Fish, yes, fish. I'm so glad I recommended this game. I was actually really hesitant because I didn't think it would be your type of game. No, I love things like that. And also, it kind of came at the perfect time because it's, sorry, Gary. Because it has like that liminal space energy to it. I've been craving a liminal space game. I actually have, there was another liminal space game. No, I don't have it installed. Never mind. I wouldn't have made you guys wait for me to install it. But there was another short one that I was thinking of doing that has a similar energy to pools. But I liked that Sharks and Minnows had like actual threats to it. It's not just a walking simulator, you know? Here's a game I recommend, Cuphead. So funny story about Cuphead. Also, why is my stuff like this? What was I doing last time? So, back when I was doing the practice streaming, like I talked about when I was playing Raft with Gamer, I did stream Cuphead trying to 100% it. And I 100%ed the first world, actually. Which I'm very proud of. Somehow I don't own it anymore. I don't think I had it on like a family share thing. But it's no longer on my account and it's acting like I never owned it. So I really wanted to 100% Cuphead. Also, I'm very salty about Cuphead right now. Because I think Zek was like, we should play that together. I'm like, okay.
Welcome
I'm like,
aboard, Captain.
I don't own it. Damn it. Also, the weather mod will leave you wondering if it's weather or monsters. I don't like that.
Online.
I already assume that it's always monsters. I'm still super flustered, and that's why I keep pressing like everything weird and doing weird stuff. That game got to me. It's scary whether or not it is a monster. That's true. After the weather that we've all seen in the last few days, well, most of us have seen in the last few days, yeah, the weather's scary too. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna dip down here. And I'm gonna mix up that drink. We're gonna aim for some relaxation, okay? That is stronger than I meant to make it. It's fine. We're gonna get very relaxed tonight, I guess. We're mixing them as if we're gaming with Allie again. Okay. That was a pun, but it also makes sense. What the fuck? The best puns usually do make some semblance of sense. We like to ignore it, but it's the truth. It's inescapable. It's not E to interact with everything now. I have to click my mouse button. But hearing the reef backs in the distance does help put me at ease. And then I freaked myself out again. What if someone made a liminal space feeling horror game around water based off of the world of Subnautica? I don't know how one would do it, but you could. There's enough biomes that you could just make wide open and freaky. You could use the architect structures. Do I have my laser cutter on me? Yes. Oh, I'm drinking a Long Island. A Long Island also sounds really good. Whiskey just tends to be the only hard alcohol that I keep in the house because it can also be used medicinally if used responsibly. I'm not saying that I use it responsibly, but it has potential. I also have to remember that I am playing on hardcore mode. So I have to pay. I'm gonna go back for oxygen. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I can be freaked out right now. I can be a little funny, but I need to pay attention too.
New blueprint acquired.
Vehicle bay, battery charger. We don't need any of this stuff, but we'll grab the titanium. I want a horror game set in the Subnautica universe hundreds of years after the collapse of Altera. The headquarters is haunted and you are an explorer. And there's mutated creatures from experiments that are loose in the facility. Yes. You saying that, what I want is Dead Space in the Subnautica universe. Also, just saying that made my headache get worse. Oh. I want to play more horror games. Me, I'm in physical agony from the horror game I just played. Also me, I want more. Make it scarier. I didn't cry enough. I just said I was going to cry. I didn't actually cry yet, and clearly it wasn't scary enough. I'll be honest, if that game was longer, it probably would have made me cry. I haven't had a good White Russian in a while. I would get it top shelf. I have... Oof. Man, I think the last time I had a White Russian was when I moved back to the Midwest, which was quite a few years ago now. It was not top shelf. I hope they make a separate game to show what happened to Robin at the end of Below Zero. I'm torn. Because while that would be really cool, right? I feel like anything that would confirm what happened would kind of cheapen it. So I want it, but I don't want it. Also, I really want to get a tattoo of Alan. And I don't want to get a tattoo of him and then have them make another game and then wish that I didn't get a tattoo of Alan. I'm a little worried about that happening. But I do think I'm going to get a tattoo of Alan, like, down my leg, and then I want to do the Sea Emperor, like, curling around my back. And I'm kind of excited for those. But first I need to find a tattoo artist that I want to go to, and I don't know that any of the ones nearby are the right fit for me. Is there quartz in this biome? No, there's lithium. We can always use lithium. I mean, we're not currently using lithium, but eventually we'll need lithium. I wonder if they made her into an architect. I mean, theoretically possible, right? Because the technology to do that wasn't specific to their species. It was just whether or not the mind could handle it. But also I wonder if she would let them. I feel like she'd be curious about it, but also that she'd want to retain her humanity. Or maybe not. With her sister gone, who knows? Did I leave anything over here? Hello? No. We're good. Oh, this was a good call for de-stressing. Just going around and gathering materials is very calming. Toronto has some great parlors if you're up north next year. Has potential. I am not opposed to traveling to get some ink. And honestly, that sounds like a perfect excuse to travel up that way. Only tangentially related, but I'm kind of hoping that Subnautica 2 is pushed out until at least third quarter this year, because I don't have any PTO at work, and I want to take a couple of days off of work when Subnautica 2 comes out. I do plan on, as long as I can get time off of work, I do plan on streaming day one, and I'll probably be streaming all day. Plot twist, you go to Subnautica 2 world and run into old Riley Robinson with a super advanced prawn suit like Margaret. You are working for the wrong people. I would love that. And honestly, I really hope that there is like some little obscure pieces that reference the lore from these first two games, because I just think that there's a lot that we didn't get resolutions on that they could add as little bits and pieces without cheapening the experience.
Welcome
I want more
aboard,
tattoos.
Captain.
Same. I've been trying... Okay. So I don't want to go to any of the tattoo artists near me for a big piece, but I want to get like a little spaceship behind my ear, and there is a parlor on my way home from work, and they occasionally have a walk-in sign posted. But every single time they have said that walk-ins are available, it has been on a day I stream. So I haven't been able to go in. But that's going to be my next one, is going to be a little spaceship behind my ear. What I really want is a spaceship abducting coffins. But I don't know that there's enough real estate to have all of that. I also want another piercing. But my septum piercing just healed up. So I kind of want to give that a little bit more time before I get another one. Behind the ear, no headphones for a bit. Yeah. It is not going to be comfy for headphones. But I have enough planned that I think I can do with just one. I could get earbuds. I don't like earbuds. It's not that I don't like earbuds. It's I have a pressure sensitivity, and so earbuds give me a headache because it increases the pressure in my head. But I think I can get by with just taking one of the headphones off. I just can't play anything that I need to be aware of directional volume.
Fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
This is rather intense music for such a pretty biome. This is one of the biomes that always gets to me. This game in general always gets to me, but you guys know that. Get the spaceship with glow-in-the-dark ink. Oh god. I'd love that. Game on your home theater for those ones? That'd be great if it was set up. I'm excited to get that set up, though. I have so many plans for that. And the sound treatment that I have is all ready to go. Have whole ass experience down in my studio. Nope, 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 nope. I hear that. We're gonna go with nope. Hi! Goodbye! Thank you for not munching me when I didn't know you were there. Goodbye! Oh, we're getting lots of quartz. I had just gotten rid of my headache and it's back again. That was not what I thought I heard munching. But if I had been paying attention to the noises I was hearing, I would have known she was close. I know what that sound is. I just wasn't paying attention. Oh. What did you guys think of the game? Of sharks and minnows? I'm sure it was entertaining to hear some of the noises I made, but like the game itself, what did you guys think? not enough dismembered protagonists. That's fair. That's fair. I only got munched a few times. I'm sure that was unsatisfying. Oh. I've been playing a lot of games with pretty water recently. Sea of Thieves, Raft, Subnautica. Oh, that's right. I turned off the People Island one. Let's fix that. Why is Seamoth turned off? No wonder I was panicking before. I'm kind of excited to watch the playback of the Sharks and Minnows game. Excited and horrified, because I know that there's at least one moment, I think it was the first death of the Megalodon, that I made a noise that I don't know that I'm comfortable with the fact that I was live when I made that. I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, right? I'm doing a horror game live. I have to live with the consequences, but, oh man. Oh, we went far in our search for quartz. And that's okay. Because hopefully the successful obtaining of quartz will then bring us far. We've broken through the fog with our building, right? I think we have. It's kind of crazy to think of the scope of the aurora with the distances that we're traveling. Well, maybe we're not quite out of the fog yet with our building. I'm seeing it through the water, but not, Oh yeah, we are. Okay. Oh yeah. How far away? I think we were, like, close to the butt of the aurora when we made our first little dip down, so we'll keep going with it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Quartz. Let's change that out because we're gonna need to eat something. But only after we make some glass. We'll get there. First we make glass. We made all the glass. Okay, now we seek fluid intake. Up. Up. And do you need anything? No.
Vital signs
I
stabilizing.
should have put things away first. And replant. And keep pressing the wrong buttons. I might as well throw the quartz in there. Oh. I really should organize the rest of what I have. I'm not going to, but I should. And it's daylight. Huh? All of this stuff. You know what? I'm gonna prioritize the quartz here. Then we'll do the titanium, just because the titanium has a clear-cut place to go. Unlike the rest of it. Grab these three. And back to making glass. So the schedule for this upcoming week is going to be mostly the same, but just a little bit different. Monday, I will still be playing Grounded with Gamer. Wednesday, I believe Zek and I will be finishing up Emissary Zero. But Saturday, I will not be streaming. I will be having some family over. So I can't guarantee that I'll be done by 6. If I'm done a little bit later, I might hop on and stream something. I don't know what. But I'm thinking I might stream Sunday instead. Because I have Monday off. So Sunday, I can go a little bit later than I normally would. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be streaming, because I have a few things I want to play, but I still want to chip away at this series. And I have a few other challenges I want to do, but I was taking a look at it, and I believe Sharks and Minnows is the 23rd game, the 23rd new game that I've played this year. And by the end of next month, I need to be at 35 to be on track for my goal of 70 new games before the end of the year. So I also kind of want to play something new. So no family guest appearance on the stream Saturday. Unfortunately not. I'm trying really hard to convince my mom to make an appearance.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
a lot of my love of gaming can be attributed to my mom. So I think it would be really fitting and really fun to have her on the channel. I've also been trying to convince her to make her own YouTube channel because I think she'd be really good at it. However, she doesn't think so. So it's kind of been an uphill battle. But if I can get her on the channel here, I think you guys would really enjoy her. And I would like to see her at least consider. My friend offered to sell me their GameCube when I was in high school, and my mom ended up paying for half of it, and she was probably more excited to have a gaming console than I was. And we spent a lot of nights. I stayed up really late a lot of nights in high school gaming with my mom, to the point where, like, Super Monkey Ball 2, not only could we beat every level, but we did do some of the levels so often to the point that we could get them at the lowest physical time that a human could possibly pass the levels at. Consistently. And same with some Mario, was it Mario Party 7? I want to say Mario Party 7. Maybe 5, but I think it was 7. We could do the same things with some of those mini games. I think I looked for QUARTZ over here and ended up being disappointed. Is the horror-styled Mario Party type game? Ooh. I want to look into that. That would be interesting. I could not play that with my mom. My mom does not do horror. But the nice thing about having a couple of people I stream with regularly now is I can rope them into things. I wonder how many people I could get to play a horror-style Mario Party game. Mad Lad, are you still in chat? Are you down? I actually feel like just normal Mario Party would be really fun with you. Well, until, you know, you got mad at me because I played an obsessive amount in high school and therefore I'm impossible to beat. But, you know, before that point, it'd be fun. Why is this whole... Okay, nope, nope, no, no. No, thank you. Thank you, but no. I'm good. Similar experience with Jurassic Park SNES when I was 8. I might have to look up that game. I like me some Jurassic Park. And I am always down for playing some retro games. Also, good choice. Good choice for obsessive gaming. Search kicks Mario Party 2 Horrorland. Okay. Hi, buddies. You scared the shit out of me, almost literally. But you know what? I know you guys have, some of your own shit to get out, so I'm gonna leave you to that. There's a lot of, like, the big quartz over here. And since I'm by them, I should collect materials from what they're kicking off. If I was smart, I would do that. Are you dancing? Are you mating? Are you just screaming? I too would like to scream. Ow, I'm stuck. I love the noises they make. Can I bother you? Will you kick me? I'm not into weird things, I promise, but, you know. You're very pretty. You are probably one of my favorite creatures in this game. I am going to get distracted by QUARTZ, though. Warper. Okay. That sunk into the ground, I guess. I am now less focused on QUARTZ. My attention span only goes so far. Did I only do... Okay, yeah, I did. QUARTZ. And oxygen. Oxygen and QUARTZ. I'm remembering that I need oxygen, but I am seeing QUARTZ. But I need oxygen. Don't forget breathing. Breathing is very important. Okay. I did good. I did the breathing. Let's take you down this way. No, that's not the way I meant to go. Well, there's QUARTZ right there. There's QUARTZ over there. Did I fill this up? Remember that attention span I was just talking about? I'm just gonna throw the batteries in there. Getting closer and closer to the void in my search. Hearing very subtle noises that are making me very tense. And I actually think it's just the sound of me swimming, but that's enough. That's enough to make me tense. Sharks and minnows put me to sleep. What I miss. I feel like you fell asleep before it got interesting. I made embarrassing noises towards the end of that game. And then chat kindly decided that instead of forcing me to pick another game that would scare the shit out of me, A Bridge Between Worlds would help me de-stress a little bit. And it has been so far. Nice and relaxing. Right, I filled that up so I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. I fell asleep about 5 minutes after your first death. Yeah, you missed a lot. The game got kind of wild. Also, I have a fear of shrimp now. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Now I want sushi. I'm getting sushi tomorrow. But I want sushi now. I'm impatient. I can't wait. I can wait. I have to wait. The sushi place is closed now. But I don't want to wait. Not sure I've witnessed Squish that perpetually stressed for that duration. Yeah! And it's weird, right? Because I've played games that are supposed to set you on edge for the entire thing. But with those, I feel like I hit the point where it's like, yes, I'm stressed. I get it. I'm supposed to be stressed. I'm stressed. This was... Everything was eerie. And the things that were going to kill me came as enough of a surprise and so suddenly that I didn't get to unclench my muscles until it was over. Could you imagine that for another 90 minutes? No.
Welcome aboard.
I mean, yes. If it had gone that long, I would have done it, is the thing. But, oh, I'd be so sore tomorrow. The big dumb shark swimming around the pool wasn't obvious enough. Man, you know, the shark ended up being the least of my worries. The stingray and the shrimp were the ones that really, really got me. The megalodon was pretty bad too, but, I don't know. I think that shrimp was the most scarring. And the stingray was just freaking instant. I do recommend watching it later. I might also cut that one down for its own standalone episode. I will definitely put this up as a separate thing as well, so it can go into the Subnautica thingy in the order it needs to. Playlist, that's what it's called. Playlist. At least we know some chat are real-life friends that can do welfare checks. That's true, and as long as you guys are in the Discord, link in the description below, you'll find out if I'm alive or not. Ostensibly. Moderators, if I'm not alive, you should probably post something in the Discord to let people know. Thank you, Lucy. I want to know what would get posted in the event of my death. How would you guys remember me? How many clips of me screaming would get posted to the Discord? After you call 911, please. I leave that up to Lucy's discretion. Also, Grills, I have to thank you. The drink suggestion definitely was needed after that game. It has helped immensely. That's not always viable, though. I died in 96, for example, and no one's figured it out yet. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I feel like you're doing a pretty good job at speaking up for yourself, though, so, like, you could post about your own death. Also, I'm very impressed by your mastery of the keyboard in your deceased state. Screaming, not so much. The laughter, sure. I'm glad that my laughter is part of what I will be remembered for. Man, this base uses barely any energy. Vulgar displays of power are trivial. Okay, so we have one full thing. I want to fill this one up too. I'm being greedy. Being said, I don't know how well we're going to be able to fill up on quartz again, but we'll find out.
Systems online.
All it takes is one cultist. I mean, isn't that what we all are here? One big happy cult? For the eldritch power of the squish? Didn't I get the drill arm? I'm having a memory. Yeah, I got the drill arm. Did I make that? Did I install that? Is it just that I don't have a grappling arm, so it's not a very effective means to travel? Words. The salt always throws me off because the salt looks like quartz. But it's not spiky enough. Oh, that's an egg. That's not quartz. I don't care about eggs. I care about rocks. I don't mean to kill all the fish. It just happens. Ronnie boy. Do you have drill arm? Yeah, you have your alarm. Okay. So if I were to find a nearby quartz node, I could bring him over to it. I'm gonna end up getting the Cyclops just to carry him around to the big nodes, though. I already know that. Ow. I'm so sorry. Will you do all of the new games for Quota as live streams, or will some be only posted? Some of them will be posted.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
For example, Ingression did count towards that. I'm counting demos. I don't know that I'm going to do demos then. I'm not going to do demos then the full game, right? Because the demos are a taste of the game. If I play the full game, then I'm still playing the same game I played when I played the demo. So Ingression counted. I have a game called Locks that I'm really excited about. It's like a paper cutout animation style, but it's a puzzle game and it's supposed to be really hard. And I don't want you guys, if I get stuck on something, I don't want you guys to have to wait around for me to figure it out. So I think that one I'm going to record and post. And I have a couple of other ones that might be a little bit talk heavy. What is it? A Mortician's Tale, I think is going to be a lot more like, it's going to involve a lot of reading. And so if I record that, I can kind of take my time with it a little bit more. I also was thinking that I will probably do Little Nightmares 1 and 2 as recordings rather than live streams. I feel like since I'm talking to you, chat, I should check in with you on that. Would you guys be okay with that? I feel like I'd do a better reaction to it if I wasn't live. I have seen Little Nightmares 1. Actually, I watched Gamer play that, but that was years ago. So I don't remember very much. Yeah, that's fine. So that's kind of where I'm coming from with those, is just the things that I want to take a little bit more time on. Or like Little Nightmares. I guess I don't really have a good defined reason to why I want to record Little Nightmares, but I just had it in my mind that I would record Little Nightmares 1 and 2. And do it how you like, yo. Well, the problem is I like it all. Some of it's easier to make that decision, right? Like Mortician's Tale. I have a feeling...
New blueprint acquired.
Ingression was so much reading and was such a slower paced demo than I was expecting that I'm really glad that I recorded it. I could not cut out a ton because the pacing is part of that experience, right? So I think in total I had only cut out like 7 minutes of my initial recording, which is insane. For comparison, my usual like 25 to 30 minute videos, I'm cutting usually about 30 to 45 minutes out of that to give you guys those episodes. Ingression was a different beast. But I also, a lot of what I cut was I would fumble while I was reading things aloud. And there was so much reading aloud. I'm here, I might as well get these. One thing I'm struggling with though is I'm trying to post something every day, whether it's a short, a video, or a live stream. And okay, so it's a little bit funny because the surprise live streams on Friday often come about because I'm like, ah shit, I need to post something. Well, I could spend an hour making a mediocre short and post that, or I could spend 3 hours that I could live stream to you guys. And quite often I choose to live stream. But part of that is I'm trying to get back into regular videos. And there's not enough time. And so I'm just trying to figure out how to do my schedule. And so there's a lot of things I want to make videos for because I think videos will be better for it. Or there's even a couple of like walkthrough style videos I'd like to do. Not necessarily walkthroughs, but informational stuff that I would like to make. And I just don't have the time right now. And I'm trying to get there. But I do think I think probably next month I'm going to have a lot of new games streamed, and I might do several short games all together. So if you guys were around for the live stream where I played Monaco 2 with Zek and Hound, and then Zek and I played Backseat Drivers, and then we played Escape the Backrooms, I might look at doing something like that with some short new games. New games to the channel, new games for me. Not necessarily new games. But we'll have to see how close I am to that 35 game goal. As of right now, with what I'm planning on playing, I'll get close if I get everything recorded. That being said, one of the games is like 14 hours long, and I didn't realize that when I was like, I want to play this. And usually around 14 hours is when I start looking at those, like, I'm gonna stream until I finish the game kind of deal. Stream every day. But I don't know if it's that kind of game, if I'm honest. I don't know if I want to commit to that. If I do that, I'm kind of... I have games I want to do that with next. I just need more energy and I need more time. And I need to not have family coming over. Because part of having family come over isn't just having them over, it's this next week I'm going to be spending so much time cleaning my house. That if I'm not getting videos out this week, it's because I'm cleaning my house. Harvest Zombies is recorded. It's just I need to get it edited, but I have been cleaning. I'm pretty sure we're all here because we like how you do your thing, so however is good for you is good for me. Well, thank you. That's a good reminder for me, honestly. I more or less just try to do things in a way that they make sense, but the problem is that I overthink things. And I'm sure plenty of you guys are familiar with the, once you overthink things, they go from making sense to, really not making sense. Very quickly. Very, very quickly. Coat ceiling with Velcro. Stick all stuff on floor to ceiling. Make sure family doesn't look up. Hey. That... Honestly, at that point, even if they looked up, my family's weird enough that they'd just think that's clever. So I might just do that and not worry if they look up or not. Now I just need to buy Velcro. That's gonna be a lot of Velcro. I have a big house. It's a lot of Velcro. I also just want to get rid of shit. I've been in a mood that I just want everything out of my house. I don't do anything with any of my stuff. I'm always live or making videos, so why do I need stuff?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Actually, at some point, you guys might have to put up with content for some of my other hobbies, just because it's going to be the only way that I engage in my other hobbies. So when I have, you know, a 12-hour cross-stitch with me live stream, you guys know where that's coming from. Is this where I just was, or is this the other one? Oh, no, this is different. This is blood kelp. Yes, yes, very bitey, very scary. Don't mind me. I just want more quartz. More quartz. Bone shark? Bone sharks are still my favorite. I love bone sharks. I straight up would try to snuggle a bone shark. I know they're scary, but they look so cute to me. I need one of those cross-stitch things that looks all homey that says come back with a warrant. Similar energy. I have a cross-stitch piece I have to get put up that is... Okay, it's not cross-stitch, it's, oh, what's it called? It's just...
patterns on the land masses suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
Oh, geez, it's been a long time since I've gotten that voice line. There's... Oh, yeah, there's no real reason for me to be here. There's not a lot here for me. It's just stitch work that says fuck over and over and over again. But it's offset in such a way that it isn't super obvious. Like, if you look at it, you're gonna know what it says, but it might take you a moment to figure it out. And I need to get that hung up. Because even if it offends some people, it delights me, and I put a lot of work into it. Needlepoint edit. It's like just outlining work. All backstitching. But there's a word for it, and if I was a better crafter, I'd remember what it is. What I really want to do is I want to do something similar with like rainbow and do this C word repeatedly, but I feel like I would offend a lot more people who came over with that. Just the fact that I'll say fuck on stream, but I won't say that word. I would say that word if something warranted it. But nothing has warranted it, so I'm not going to. Embroidery. Yes, it is embroidery. But it's also a specific type. It's bothering me just because I used to know what it was. It's genuinely not that important, but my brain's like, but you should know. This is your hobby. This was your hobby. And then you turned to other interests. How could you? And I can't even say that streaming overtook it because longboarding overtook my cross-stitch and needlework way before anything else did. But that's another hobby that I need to get back into. I haven't been on my longboard in well over a year. I have forgotten all of the tricks I learned previously. But also I need new safety gear for that. Because the bones don't bounce as they once did. Well, the flesh don't bounce. The bones should not be bouncing. You bitch. I forgot that I had my stream on the TV behind me, and suddenly a blinding white light filled the room from behind me. That scared the shit out of me. That actually freaked me out really bad. I thought it was my time. I thought Lucy was going to be posting to you guys in the Discord. Squish is no longer among us. They have found the light. The light has found them. I'm so close. And yet so far. Rigor mortis has to set in first. Imposter Squish still among us. I want to put together a group to play Among Us so badly. We got people in the Discord. I don't know who in chat would be down for some Among Us. Honestly, even if we just played off stream, just as a community, some Among Us games in a Discord. Moi. Excellent. We got at least one. I think Mad Lad is expressing interest. I'm assuming that's what Mogus means. Phil is in. I know I can get Gamer in on it. I can probably get Allie in on it. Yes, from Mad Lad. Excellent. Maybe we can get enough people to make it worth it. That would be a lot of fun, honestly. Also, talking about lying to people, my boss still doesn't know it was me who labeled everything in the office. And I have a smaller label maker at home. I need to find it, but I'm gonna make some labels with that so they're very clearly different labels and label more stuff this upcoming week. Never played before, always wanted. Excellent, because the only time I've played has been with randoms, and it's not fun with randoms because no one's in Discord, so you only get whatever you can type in the time frame. And so someone's like, it was them! And then everyone votes for them because that's the only thing you have time to do. Be aware that's one of the games my friend group stopped playing right after I bought a copy. So it's all now to me aside from a stream or two. Okay. I think it'd be fun. And I think our little community here is chaotic enough that it would actually be a little insane. Tiny Queen Dancer, though. This will probably be hosted on the Discord, so I would recommend joining the Discord. And then we can finally put some of those gaming channels to use. Last time I played with randoms, I was outed for choosing the color brown. Can't confirm, but when I questioned about it, I was kicked from the game? Oh, okay. I don't think it's a good game to play with randoms. I gotta be real honest.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing. Welcome
Do a little
aboard, Captain.
slurpy slurpy. Been a while since I slurped on stream, I think. I'm mostly saying I think because I know I streamed with Allie recently, and for some reason, it happens more often when Allie is involved in my gaming. Nobody think too hard about that. Oh, yeah, this was the perfect game to de-stress with after Sharks and Minnows. Also, because I can see we have quite a few people who might just be lurking. The goal of the series we're doing in Subnautica is to build a bridge between the two islands in the game. I am electing to do that out of glass, so it's been a lot of gathering quartz. We're almost to the point where we're gonna build and see how far we can go. Actually, I'm saying that I should get some titanium because I think I might put. I see more quartz though. I think I might put another little multi-purpose room tower at the end of this next building cycle here. I thought the goal was to feed a protagonist to the Leviathans. That is not the goal on a hardcore run. Oh, that's the other thing, is this game, this series was meant to be entirely relaxing. So naturally I have it on hardcore. We are currently playing with permadeath here. How else would you have fun? Honestly. How else would you relax? You can't feed me to a monster mutant. We've been over this. Oh, Mad Lad, would you be down for some multiplayer Subnautica 2 when it comes out? I'm trying to gauge who all is interested in some Subnautica 2. Subnautica 2. I swear my drink is not that strong, guys. I swear. I'm fine. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Plug why you shifted from Sharks, because that was worth watching. So we did start this stream by playing Sharks and Minnows, which is kind of it's a little bit of a liminal space game around a public pool. But the enemies that you face end up being actual sea creatures. So sharks, eels, stingrays, things like that. For those of you who don't know, I have really bad thalassophobia. And particularly around things with big sharp teeth.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That game was so stressful. I never at any point in time got to unclench my muscles. And it was fantastic. The puzzles were great. The scares were... It's interesting because the scares themselves were a little anticlimactic, but also they were sudden enough that they were terrifying every single time. I also made some funny noises that I'm not proud of. So if you want to hear those, I'd recommend going back and watching the start of this stream. I mean, you can join us for now and go back later, but I do recommend watching it. Eel. Yes, highlights include eel, shrimp, splat. Actually, shrimp, I do genuinely have a fear of shrimp now. I don't genuinely have fear of shrimp now, but I might have a little bit of a fear of shrimp. When I have sushi tomorrow, I'm gonna have more shrimp than I normally do. Normally, shrimp is one of my least favorite forms of sushi, but I feel like I need to take some revenge. So I'm probably gonna have more shrimp than I normally do when I go for sushi. And knowing that shrimp click at that scale. I hated that so much. Okay. There's glass in the last locker. Everyone help me remember that, because I will forget. Splat, that was the last one I saw. Okay, so it wasn't 5 minutes after the last death. Let the punishment fit the crime. I don't think I had a crime, but I definitely got the punishment. I'm uncomfortable with the fact I just said that. It was funny, but I don't... Now I feel weird. Just repair... Repair? Repair. Repair? Repair. Like a good sea moth mommy. I have repaired Lamp. If you guys don't know, my sea moth's name is Lamp. There's a few things you can do for payback. Forgot what I wrote on it. Wrote it on, but it's... Oh. But it is Nautilus. That took me a second, Mad Lad, but that's funny. That is funny. Guys, our community is punny. And if you don't appreciate it, then you don't like good jokes. Let's get all of this stuff in here because we're gonna need our glass. Nope, I did the thing that I keep doing. Also, this can go in there, but we need that. We do need that. We gotta turn that into glass. And we can grab 2 more from out of here. I should have gotten food. We'll get food after we do some building. It might take a while for us to get to the end of the tube. Oh, I just realized that after I said our community is punny, we dropped viewers. Not many, but a few people were like, nah, I'm out. That ain't my thing. A few people just don't have a sense of humor. It's a real shame. So I saw you in chat earlier today, Panda, and I feel terrible because my audio was an absolute atrocity. Honestly, it wasn't bad except for that moment where you started talking and the game volume kicked up at the same time. And that's just a little bit of balancing.
Seek fluid intake.
The peak was just after you said that. They may have just finished watching the minnows. That's true. They went back for that, and they're like, I'm good. I was only here for the screaming. Do you have even the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? Well, you were asking questions. I don't know. I don't know when it was. Do you know how long it's been since I've played Helldivers? I had no idea what was going on. All I know is I was watching him like, you actually know what you're doing. You're actually playing the game. You're not just dying repeatedly. What is this sorcery? I will say, actually, watching you play, I kind of want to re-download Helldivers. I don't know if I'd stream it. I gotta be real honest. It's not... I'm not at the point that I know what I'm doing with Helldivers. I was like this with, I want to take these off again. I was like this when I first started playing Sea of Thieves as well. I didn't really know what I was doing. It was just... I would play with my friends and like I'd follow them and do what they told me to do, and I'm like, I'm here, I'm participating. And then at some point in Sea of Thieves, and in every game that I've ever done this in, something will click and it's like, no, I must know everything. And I'm a little afraid of hitting that point in Helldivers. I don't really want to get obsessive with Helldivers, because I know people who are obsessed with Helldivers.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And I don't want that. I'm scared. Welcome back, Serge. We're talking about Helldivers. Mostly because Mad Lad was streaming it earlier. Did you guys know that Mad Lad streams? You should. We stream together sometimes. And they're pretty fun to watch. You guys should watch them. They stream before I do on Saturdays. So it's even convenient. You can watch Mad Lad and then you can come watch me. The game kicked up as soon as you spoke. Half the stream I went with a dysfunctional mic. Oh god. Yeah, I did see that Beheaded had commented that your mic might have been muted. You know, like that one time we did that thing and we were chatting about stuff and you said that thing? It was like that, but the other time. Yeah, exactly. It was that one time, but the other time. You're right, you know me. I don't know why that made me laugh, but it did. Who are you again? What are you doing in my house? 5, 9, 13. Math. 1, 2, 3. You guys were here for the counting ASMR, right? 4, 5, 6. What if I actually did a stream like that? 7. Where it was just me counting. 8. Maybe not even a game. 9. Just me counting with a black background. 10. 11. 12. 13. Okay, we got a pretty decent ways to Alien Island this time. And I do think I'm going to put another little thing here. We're going to need titanium for that. Ooh, and the island is gone. How many of you guys would stick around for a stream like that just to see how far I got before I got bored? And how many of you would just be there to see how long it took me to fuck up counting? Count Gothula, I think I found your new persona. The island is gone. The crabs have stolen it. I shouldn't have said that. I don't want to be afraid of crabs. I don't need all of that, but I need some of that. So we're going to take all of that. Actually, we could use all of it. How dare I put Gary in a locker? What was I thinking? Trying to get something going right now. Hopefully they'll join.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
What do you mean, Search? Oh, I should heal up. Heal. And then I just have to... Oh, I can just jump in then. There goes Hawaii. There goes Hawaii. Oh, there goes Hawaii.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Systems online.
SA2 is... What is SA2? Is it what I'm thinking it is? I'm not going to reveal what I'm thinking it is in case I'm wrong. You know what I also needed? I can't make a hatch without thing. I need quartz for hatch. That's okay. We can make multi-purpose room for now. Sonic Adventure 2. Okay. Not what I was thinking, but okay. Now I want to play that. That was another game that my mom and I played a lot. Well, kind of. So, my mom really liked the Chow Garden. So I'd have to play the levels. That cat block. There. We used Zek's name. And that actually works better for the bridge. Lamp is good for the sea moth. Dino activate. I need quartz. I know I always need quartz, but now I really need quartz so I can get into QUARTZ Sun Bridge. Okay, so 170. Okay. So we did about 400 meters before we put one down. That's not bad. Schedule 1? What about Schedule 1? I don't know why I sounded that excited about it. I like Schedule 1. I don't know that I like Schedule enough for the excitement that I just expressed. I need more titanium! I do, actually. I really like Schedule 1. That's another game that's weirdly calming. I think at a certain point, like if you're focusing on the weed industry, essentially it's just a garden simulator. The fact that you're selling your plants is just, you know, you're making room for more plants. That's all you're doing. I heard it was taken off Steam, but found it on Steam the next day. What the fuck? There's been a lot of rumors going around about it, and none of them seem very founded, so... Titanium. Okay, this is good titanium, but also I need titanium that I can use to make things and stuff. Actually, what do I need for a fabricator? Because a fabricator is going to make all of this more usable. God, I really did not know where that was. Titanium, gold, and table coral. And we have all except the titanium at People Island, so we can turn some of this into titanium, and then we'll have titanium. Because that's how that works. Let's see if we can find more titanium. Oop, are there scannables here? Watching you play Snake in Schedule 1 like some kind of wizard is mesmerizing. Man, and I'm so out of practice with Snake. I used to be real good at that game. That was the OG obsessive phone game for me. Back in the days when it was the only phone game. Some places banned it for supporting drug culture. Use a VPN if your area is one of those. Oh, that makes sense. Also, no, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Never mind. Do I need to repair you again? Why am I so bad at keeping you undamaged? Oh, you're not damaged. I'm being silly. That's what's happening. There's some titanium here and there's some titanium over there. Not brought to you by any VPN because no one has sponsored me yet. I'm too small. Not big enough for the good sponsorships or for any sponsorships. We'll get there though. And then at some point you guys will have to roll your eyes as I very cheesily promote something that's sponsoring me. The problem is like if it's something I'm going to try to convince you guys to use, I actually have to believe in it. I'm not going to tell you guys to use something that I wouldn't actually use myself. So the idea of sponsorships is great. Also, they better be worth it. Because I don't intend to lie to you guys. People Island. Facts, yeah. There is, speaking kind of the integrity of the community, I guess. I've been trying to think of what to do for the people who have been supporting the channel during this period of the channel's growth, right? Because it's still a very small channel, but some of you guys here are here every stream. You guys have given me a lot more support than I have ever expected, and I am so grateful for that. And I don't want that to get lost as the community grows. And so at some point, depending on how it grows, and particularly with the Discord and things, I will probably be making a separate area of the Discord that is specifically for the people who have been consistent supporters of the channel through our start, basically. It's probably going to be like a cut off after the first X amount of people. So if you want to be part of that, don't forget to join the Discord. Link in the description below. But we have such a great community, and I want to keep growing it because I want to be able to do this as a living. I want to be able to I want to be able to have the time to put out the amount of content that I want for you guys. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas, and I have a lot of what I think are really good ideas. And I just don't have the time to do them. So I want to keep growing the channel, but I want to make sure that the people who are here, yes, the OGs, know how much I value them and the support that you guys have given me. I think I've mentioned this before, but there are days where the last thing I want to do is interact with other people, but I feel so much better getting on and streaming and hanging out with you guys. This is genuinely a highlight to my day when I get to stream for you guys. Like special designations like the goats or whatever. Probably. It'll come with some title. But it also would be...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So you know how you guys verified and that opened up another section of the Discord so you can actually see like chatting and the memery and all of that stuff? There'll be another section like that only the OGs will be able to access. We promise you won't catch sanity from us. I have no concerns about catching sanity from you guys. If you guys were sane, my streams would not be the streams you're at. I might do a little bit of the logic stuff, but let's be real here. Sanity, there is very little. Nope, wrong button. Nope, incorrect. We'll get there eventually, guys. I promise. That's not fair. For a good perspective and balance in life, you need to see what the other side is up to. Well, I'm not gonna be, like, cutting you guys off from everyone else. You guys suddenly won't have access to the rest of it. You know. You'll get everything. Just also a little bit of privacy. So that when we joke about plant fibers, you know, the newbies might not understand, but you guys will. Let's... Oh, in terms of sanity. And sanity's overrated. I don't need to know how they live in order to know that. The voices in my head tell me that. You know what I need? Sanity is like salt. Too much is bad for you. Exactly. Okay. I'm thinking I might also want another moon pool. And that's actually pretty cheap. That's not what I wanted. Titanium. I'm gonna need more titanium for that, though. I know I could just recycle everything that's on that one, but I would like to have both moon pools. Too little and there's no flavor. Okay, yeah, that's true. I do have to agree with that. A lot of my nonsense, I feel like, hits harder because I put just a little bit of sense into it. And I forgot about med check time. It is med check time. So, if you guys need to take your meds, take your meds. If you guys need a snack, get a snack. Feed yourself. If you guys need to hydrate, hydrate. Get yourself some water. Hydrate so you don't dehydrate. Take care of yourself so we can have terrifying streams like sharks and minnows. We can have silly streams like whatever this gets into, as various things attack my sea moth. And so we can keep growing the community together and have fun. Okay. Got me a snack right here. That hydrate joke will go far. Fish like the taste of the small. I have a confession, guys. I stole hydrate so you don't dehydrate from Lucy. Lucy the mod, you know, they do a really good job modding for our community. It's their joke. I stole it from them. They kindly haven't said anything, but it was theft. It was out and out theft. Unless they stole it from something else. In which case, as, you know, 3 degrees out, it's not stealing anymore. Now it's just a cultural phenomenon. Super buttery shrimps exploding with flavor. No, now we don't talk about shrimps, because now I'm scared of shrimp. I'm kidding. But now I'm hungry. I had really good shrimp yesterday for dinner. Got it from my sister, so it came from family for me. Ah! So yeah, I at that point it's not thievery. Oh, well, unless I stole a family joke, then that might make it worse. Ugh. Well, I'm not giving it up now, so... You also stole my med check thing, but I'm not complaining. It did not. Did I? I seem to recall you using that term after I had actually thought of it as well, and like commenting on that when you called it med check. But also, we've just established that sanity is not my strong suit, so the memory, ow, my butt. The memory aspect also might not be so strong. But they're not as bad as squids. They gave me trauma today. Oh yeah, I was about to ask why squids gave you trauma. I know why. If you guys want to know why, you should go watch Mad Lad's VOD on his channel for his stream today. Hi, buddy. Bonk. Oh, now I want squid. Ooh, time capsule. Actually, what I really want is octopus. Watch out for the birds! If you plan to visit planet 4546b, watch out for their birds. I don't know what they are, man, but I do know that they don't like it when you sit on their perches. I was sitting on a rock, as you do, and all of a sudden one of these things swoops down and starts to carry me off. Damn near killed me. Other than them and the Leviathan class creatures, this place is beautiful and I'd recommend it for a vacation. Just stay within sight of the Aurora's landing site and you should be fine. No, I don't want to talk about what happened in the middle of that. Yes, you did. It used to be take your pills, please, but MedCheck was more open-ended and there was a whole thing about it. Yeah, and I had been thinking about, yeah, the take your pills doesn't quite work. I'm like, MedCheck though is good. And then literally like I think it was like the day or 2 days after I had figured that out, that would be a good one. You said that in the thing and I'm like, well shit, now everyone's gonna think I stole it. Like my mom once told me, you only need clothes, food, and shelter. Sanity is not on that list. Neither is money. Well, technically, in some places, you don't need money necessarily to obtain those things. Also, you could be a mooch, and that applies anywhere. I mean, you're not going to be very well liked, but it is a viable survival option.
Detecting increased foreign bacteria levels in the water. Performing a self-scan is advised.
Okay, we're Ow!
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ooh, that's the thing. Okay, well, good, because I'm still stealing it. I'm not changing it now. Oh, we're back here. Which is kind of good, because I still need to find the engine. And there should be other fragments like this. What else did I need? I know it was fairly simple. Lead and lube, and I think we have. Both of those back home. Whee! I don't know if we have lube, actually, now that I think about it. Playing cluster, okay. We usually have extra, but I don't remember having extra now. So we're gonna ensure that we have some. Oh, the tension has left my body and I am exhausted. Sharks and minnows was stressful. I was unprepared for how stressful that was gonna be. And we're gonna head back to People Island because that's where our lead is as well. And further away in our quest for supplies. But that's okay. The ocean is vast, but we can always find our way back. And if we can't, I'm gonna cry again. Charge my lamp.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
See? Its name is Lamp. I have stuff, right? Not in there, I don't. Except I do, because I need to change out. I should actually also do this one. I don't know why I ran around that way. It just felt right. Huh? Okay, well, failure. It's fine. It's fine. Loop. We're making loop. Lube and titanium ingots. because there's not much you need to survive alone in the middle of the ocean, but there's some stuff you need. Lead. Nope, and batteries go in here. Also, hello everyone who is watching, because I see our viewer rate spike a little bit. Our goal for this series is to build this bridge from this island to the other island. That's what we're doing. That's why it's Bridge Between Worlds. Right now I'm trying to make a secondary, like, home base so we don't have to come back to this island every single time.
All systems online.
Oh, I always love seeing... always, right? This is only the second time. I forgot to empty the rest of the seawall. It's fine. It can go in this storage area. This is only the second time we've built it, right? Other part of the statement about what we're doing. This isn't hardcore mode. There is permadeath. So if I fuck up, it bad for me. So this is the second time we are making this attempt here. But I really like seeing how the growth comes together. That's part of... I was talking about the cross stitch earlier. That's part of what I like about cross stitch as well, is you get to see it grow gradually. And there's something about gaming. Gamer and I touched on it for Wrath yesterday as well, where you get to see the scale of the thing you're building as you go. And there's just something in that that's so satisfying. I also really like doing these weird challenges for you guys because I really like the process of making something. Having made it isn't really that exciting to me, if that makes sense. Like, okay, it's here, it exists. Yay! Will this still get power? Is this close enough? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. We're gonna have to start reinforcing things, though. Oh, I need lithium for that. You know where we have lithium? Have you played Satisfactory? No, I haven't. I've watched gameplay of Satisfactory, though, and I will admit that doesn't quite scratch the itch for me, because there's no other metric, right? I like that I have to survive while I'm doing this. That's part of the appeal for me. But I did play Factorio, which is similar, and I did really enjoy that. It still doesn't quite scratch that itch, just because, I don't know, like, there is a threat, right? If your pollution map gets big enough in Factorio, the aliens do come after you, but it's not a huge threat, and if you know how to manage it, it's fine. What about Dyson Sphere program? I have only seen a little bit of that. And I...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Maybe. Because that one strikes me as similar to... Factorio. I had to remember what I was just talking about. Hello? Excuse me. What is wrong with you? Why do you suddenly exist? That's fine, I guess. We're back to learning the lesson that we don't go directly under the bridge. You crooked locker person, you. My lockers are not crooked! Think Factoria complete with the enemies, but you need to utilize the whole galaxy. And that, I mean, that seems appealing. I don't know if you guys want to watch me play a management game like that, though. And that's only a factor because a lot of my game time is for you guys to watch now. I did have loot. Does it not count if they're above water? That's dumb. Oh, but you know what's not dumb? I'm gonna plant more of those over at our other one. Okay, but if I do these down here, it reinforce? Yes. Okay. So considering we are barely building anything underwater, that'll be fine. 21 will 21 is amazing for our base right now. And I do think... God, it's so pretty. The bridge is so pretty at night.
Seek fluid intake.
And we're getting close to the Aurora again. And that's excellent. Okay. I didn't bring any of that titanium. I think I left titanium over here, though. I'm pretty sure I did. Just want to make sure all of these are empty. They are. Get the sun bridge here. Titanium. Okay. I want some glass because I like to have at least one window on these. It makes me happy. And sometimes you just need something that's going to make you a little bit happy. We're getting pretty close to Alien Island. We're 400 meters away from People Island. We're getting there. We just need to do that 4 more times. And then we'll be there. I can make one. Tunnel. There, now we're even closer. And we're getting close to the Aurora. And the planet is really big. And I'm excited. and things are going well. I'm going to run all the way back to get food and water from the other plants. It's fine. And we're not going to take unnecessary risks this time. And eventually we'll still get the grappling hook for the prawn suit. And then we can get around with the prawn suit and get to all of the big nodes of quartz. And when we can get to the big nodes of quartz, then we'll really get to open this up. I wish we had the radio in this one. Or the jukebox.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I'm working on it, Deborah. See, I'm slurping my tree. Are you proud of me, Deborah? All I want is for you to be proud of me. Okay, and now we're gonna run all the way back and appreciate how far we've come with all of the visual noise that's going on, because I don't know how to not do visual noise, apparently. Welcome to my ADHD brain. And then I think we're going to call it for tonight once we get back to the other end here. Seeds for the other planters. I already planted them in the other planters. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Oh, I'm really glad we played this after Sharks and Minnows. This was the perfect game to let go of that tension. But if you guys got here during Subnautica, I do recommend you go back and watch the playthrough of Sharks and Minnows that this stream started with. It was terrifying. It was a lot of fun. And this was entirely just to de-stress after that. I was so tense. I don't think I'm gonna cry anymore now though. This calmed me down. I'm nice and calm now, nice and relaxed. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed the stream, don't forget to leave a like. It helps the channel out. It also lets me know that you guys enjoyed it. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe so you can see more. This is a continuing series. We are building a bridge from one island to the other in hardcore mode. We are going to continue working on that until we finish it. This is our second attempt. We are going to get it done. We are going to do it. And then I have a couple of other fun things going on. I do Grounded with Gamer Just Like You on Mondays. I have a regular group I stream with on Wednesdays. And then I do whatever on Saturdays. So stick around. Have fun with us. Unlike the starving leviathans here. In Sharks and Minnows, she kept the monsters well fed, unlike the starving leviathans here. Yes, that is true. I did feed the monsters a lot. Oh, with that, good night, guys. Oh, also, if you're interested, we have a Discord. Discord is in the description below. We have some fun there. We chat about some weird things. Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.